Welcome to the Daily Debrief, an in-depth look at one of today's top stories. I'm Jason Dinant, here with 13 Action News meteorologist and reporter Bree. And Bree's story today is in regards to the Southern Nevada Water Authority and the changing of the watering days. Bree, give us a little bit more information about what's happening come September the 1st.
Yeah, so September 1st marks the transition to fall watering restrictions. In the summer, you are allowed to water 6 days a week between a specific time frame. I believe it's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, those are going to be restricted to 3 days a week. And you have certain watering days depending on which water zone you are in, which you can find on our website or on the Southern Nevada Water Authority's website too.
Now, why do they say that it's 3 days now versus the 5 days? Or 6 days? What's the significance now of September the 1st?
So now that it's getting, cooler and we're going to have less days, very hot, probably less sunny. And so these are the times of the year that we can kind of cut back on our water use. And also, even going into the winter, that's going to be cut down into 1 day after October 31st. So this 3 day period, or this 3 day kind of restriction, is going to last between September 1st through October 31st.
Are there any things that they say that they recommend as far as like your plans? Because you are going from 5 days down to three. Is there any tips that they say on how to make your water last those 3 days?
Yeah, no, definitely. So I know there's a big push from the water authority to change over to more desert like landscapes, so more water efficient plants that don't necessarily need a lot of water or as much water. So that is another push that they are really trying to transition to in these next few years. And for your plants, a day like today, where again we aren't seeing that brutal sun, we have some rain on those days, you can I was told that you could turn your watering system off completely just to try to conserve water. And so just to be able to monitor your plants, monitor your grass if you have that, and every other few days, because you don't really need to water them every day, especially as we get into these cooler months.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here in the debrief and giving us all of the tips and tricks coming up as September 1st approaches and the watering schedules do change. Stay tuned after the break for more KTNV streaming Las Vegas news on your time. And if you want more on this story and all of today's top stories, visit ktnv.com.